What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Vault. It is Smalls with Thoughts from the Bench, the weekly show where we take a look back at some of the best and worst sports jerseys of all time. With me, as always, is Mr. Benny Buckets. How's it going, man?
Oh, another day, another dollar, bro. I'm glad to be here. How are you?
Dude, you said it. You said it better than I could. You know what I'm saying? So, Ben, honestly, I think we should just bring our guest right on. Let's just, no bullshit, cut right to the chase. We are very happy to have this guy on. He's a very good friend of Thoughts from the Bench founder, Derek. If you look at his Instagram, he seems like a man of the people. So I'm just going to throw that out there. He's definitely, you can't really get any better than being like an official partner of Dunkin' Donuts. So without further ado, I'm going to bring this guy on, Mr. Chancellor Humphrey. How's it going, man?
It's going great. Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir.
And Dunkin' they would be offended. They want to be called Dunkin'. Only Dunkin'.
Just now. Dunkin'. That's right. They're just Dunkin'.
I gotta go.
That's their new marketing.
Yeah, I gotta get with the times. Then. Well, I like we said before we hopped on, man. Appreciate you coming on. I was definitely super excited to have you on.
Thank you. Yeah, no doubt. Of course.
Yeah, dude, any friend of Derek's is like always welcome on this show. And he whenever I was asking him for like guest ideas, he was like the first guy that, you were the first guy that he brought up. So like, I was like, oh, this guy's like a no-brainer. So,
yeah, I love my jerseys, man.
Yeah.
I do.
Well, so do we, man. We get pretty weird with it, so I'm not.
Yeah. Hey, thankfully, you're in the right place for that. So, I definitely appreciate you coming on. As always, like I said, I think, more recently through Derek, but we become big fans of yours and love seeing what you do. And for the people, why don't you just give us a quick summary as to what it is that you do and how you kind of got linked with Derek in the first place after you describing what you do.
Yeah, so I run a Instagram website, Facebook page called Keep Pittsburgh Dope, and I capture the people, your everyday person around Pittsburgh, and that's opened the doors to a lot of other stuff, a lot of consistent client work and just working with different brands, brands in the city, brands outside the city, and getting to do podcasts. So yeah, it's that's what I do. And it's just like, yeah, there it is right on screen. And then like, that's what, that's opened the door for me to meet a lot of people. And that's how I met Derek and, through our mutual friend, Cody, and, him, we're all just kind of creatives, and him, we just want to, get our point of view out and what we like. So, that's kind of how we connected, Thoughts from the Bench. And then, he's building his brand over there and then just expanding with you guys. So it's dope to see people's visions, man, like play out. So yeah, that's how me and Derek met. And, yeah, anything to support, the brand. I'm down.
Well, hey man, that speaks volumes for you. And I think too, especially just because, I'm still in Pittsburgh and Smalls is from Pittsburgh. I think us being homers, and homebodies, I fell in love with Pittsburgh growing up, and obviously you have done the same. And I think it's really cool to see somebody try and highlight it, because there's a lot of people, where they're from, they like to talk down on it, especially like when I was in the military. I met thousands of people from different areas and stuff, and like it seemed like the majority were just talking shit on where they were from, whereas I think there's something to be said about people who actually have pride of their city and where they grew up. So the fact that you highlight that for Pittsburgh is something special to all of us, and I appreciate what you do, and I appreciate even more so that you took the time to meet with us today.
Yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate that, and I feel like I feel like that comes as you get older. I feel like you start to appreciate your city more. I can remember times where I would like being away at school and like, I can't remember. I just know there's times I shitted on my, whatever. Like I should have either my hometown, like Beaver County or whatever. But as you get older, you start to appreciate, like damn, the city is cool. And you want more people to know about how cool it is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I guess like how did you get into the photography stuff, like all that? Like how did you start doing it? Like is that what you went to school for, or is that just something you kind of picked up?
Yeah, something I picked up. So I went to school for broadcast. I went to school for radio, and then I came out and started a blog. Long story short, the photographers I had for this blog, this is like 2012, 13. They would flake on me. They would flake on me for some shoots. They would like go to a Power game, or Kennywood or something. They would just flake on me. So I was like, man, I got my own camera, and then I fell in love with it, and I just continued to do it, and that's how I originally like picked up the camera out of necessity for my little blog, and then it expanded.
Now, initially, was your vision to capture people and moments in Pittsburgh? Like, was that something that once you started doing photography that you were like, you felt you were destined to do, or was that like just a beautiful thing you kind of fell into?
Yeah, well, yeah. So like it was both. So like the blog at the time we covered, it was a lifestyle blog, and we covered like different events in the city, like restaurants, boutiques, like clothing boutiques, artists, just everything lifestyle culture, and we would feature that in the city. So at this time, I have a best friend who lives in New York, and I would go to Fall Fashion Week up in New York, and that's where I saw these street photographers, kind of just like they were like brands, like people knew who they were, and that was just so fascinating to me. And at this time, I'm seeing this, and then I'm falling in love with Scott Schumann. His name's the Sartorialist. He's a street photographer, and Bill Cunningham. But so yeah, I just recognized the lane here. Nobody was doing it here. Nobody was doing it. So it was just like I wasn't that confident in my photography skills at the time, but it was just like I was okay with it, and I was just like, I'll get better, and the people will see how I get better. I was never like shy about letting people see my progress, So yeah, and that's how. But yeah, New York, and that's how I really came to do.
Well, hey man, I mean, that's a great story, and we do genuinely appreciate you keeping Pittsburgh dope and being able to give people that perspective that I think not a lot of people get to look from. So seriously, man, we're big fans, and we're really happy to have you today. Yeah,
I only have one more question. How do we pull a sponsor like Dunkin'?
That's a good tip. That's a good question.
Yeah. Hey, what? Yo, 7 years, man. Yo, right. 2014, just the long way. Because honestly, like, yeah, it's luckily blessed that they reached out. So like, they just saw what was going on, and I just had to just do my thing. But 7 years, man. Just 7 years of just over the same thing over and over, getting better.
Grinding.
Yeah, grinding.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, that's not the answer I wanted to hear, but
we want that instant success.
I did too, yo. But it's so gratifying though. Like 7 years. It's not even like I said, it's at the beginning, but you guys are at the beginning, and it's for people to grow with you and have real fans and people who really fuck with you, like people who really like, they tune in or whatever. Like that's not little. That's not small.
I think, like you said, it is not even just the people doing it with you, but the people that you follow or that follow you. I feel like you gain such a connection with people that you've never met simply because you appreciate that they appreciate you. You know what I mean? And two, I think to see that your product and the things that you put your heart and your soul into it's reaching somebody. And we always say that if one person is taking time out of their day to pay attention to something that I'm working hard towards, then that's worth it. You know what I mean? And I think you being able to build that following and being able to reach so many people speaks volumes. So that's awesome, man.
Definitely, yeah. All facts, my G. Yeah, it's a blessing.
Hey, well, speaking of some dopeness that we were covering, I'd like to do a little heat check that we have talked about today. I know that Smalls picked up a nice little piece today, but Chance, I wanna start with you and take a look at what jersey you got on today.
All right, so dang, I should know the year, but I'm pretty sure this is I want to say this is either 96, 97. I think this is Atlanta.
I think it's 96. I think you're right.
It is 96. Yeah.
96. This is Grant Hill. For all the kids out there, Grant Hill, man, he had a moment, yo. If you were, see, I was like in elementary school in the 90s, and like, a basketball fan, a basketball kid, and like, if Grant Hill, he was right there. Like it was Michael Jordan.
He was so close, bro.
And it was Grant Hill, and he was coming, and of course I think it was the ankle, something. He had the injuries, but he was there. But anyway, he was a big 90s guy. This is one of my favorite jerseys because I love the letters, because I feel like the letters are so 90s, just kind of like just that style with the basketball as the accent. I and just the detail of the stitch, like the USA basketball, and I just like the details of it. And
Ben, this is the truth, man. This guy knows what we talk about. So.
Hey, seriously, bro, it's all about the finite details, and we talk about like jerseys that fit an era, and for that to be 4-team USA like that, the look of it is just perfect for what they had rocking back then.
Yeah, and of course the first dream team. I love those jerseys too. Like I think those jerseys are hard. Yeah, like those are but like, yeah, like this. Like I remember these. Like I was a kid. And like I remember like seeing like these jerseys and like other kids. So these are the ones I really remember. But it's funny. Not to get ahead of myself. But the one jersey I was debating between well, I don't want to give it away, but I was one jersey that didn't make the worst jersey list was those and you guys might debate. You might not agree, but the 90s Villanova jerseys, this is college basketball, not NBA. Oh fuck. It wouldn't matter anyway, it's college. So we were doing NBA.
Look it up. I'm still gonna look it up. So
yeah, like I'm thinking like Kerry Kittle's era, and it was like the cartoon kind of Villanova spelling. I can't stand them. I hate them. But
wait, are you talking? Hold on, let me share my screen real quick. Are you talking about these guys right here?
Yeah, I mean, I maybe I'm alone, man, but like I don't know. I could be alone, but actually I'm looking at them right now. They don't look too bad, but.
Yeah, sometimes you reconsider a little bit when you take another look at it, because you're like, oh, dude, that's horrendous. But like, I don't know, it's fucking 90s. Like it was 90s basketball,
Actually, you know what? I may reconsider. I don't know. Maybe it's the vault screen. They don't look. That number 30 doesn't look bad. The Kerry Kittle's jersey doesn't look bad. Laying down on the
Well. Smalls, why don't you show us what you got on today? Because as far as I know, you just picked this up today.
I did. So I got a Steve Nash 96-97 Suns.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's fly.
Oh yeah. It's
that's his first stint.
Yeah, it's his first stint. Exactly.
Right.
So my favorite jersey of all time is Utah Jazz in like 97, 98. I don't know why. Like I feel like they get hate, but I feel like that was fucking 90s basketball, because like Jordan and like we've talked about it on the show before, but like it was ugly back in the day for sure. It was corny as hell, but like now you look back, you're like, oh, that's awesome. This was number 2, honestly. Phoenix Suns, like this is probably my number 2. 90s.
And especially I really liked especially the guys that Steve Nash played with back then. Like, I'm not getting anybody from the Suns unless it is someone who at least played with Steve Nash there. Like, I would want like an old school like Amari jersey, or even Shawn Marion's my guy. A lot of people told me in high school that I shot like Shawn Marion, and that swear to God, because I'm all stiff and shit, but he was wet though. He was wet with it though. But and like Jason Richardson from his time then, and then you had Leandro Barbosa. That would be a sick joint to break out every now and then. But anyway, I don't have something as classic and as cool as the 2 yours. Like right now, I got my Jason Williams White Chocolate Kings jersey on. But that's I mean, to me, that guy, like him, Chris Paul, and Steve Nash were like my favorite 3-point guards of all time growing up. Like those are my 3 guys that I liked running the point. And Jason Williams, he wasn't too much of a scorer or anything, but like just what he was able to do with those highlight plays were incredible. So I was debating between that, breaking my Ben Wallace out or the Jimmy Butler that I have, but today I did need to showcase something that's a bit of a new Heat check, and I'm going to bring a little bit of literal meaning to that. Is recently the Miami Heat released their Trophy Gold Edition jerseys, okay? And this is for all the people who think we're not dedicated to the jersey grind, all right? They only dropped 6,031 of the authentic game-wearable Trophy Gold jerseys that are in tribute to their 3 championship years. They only sold 6,031 of these. And there's 2 million people in Miami, and my little insignificant ass in Western Pennsylvania got one of these bad boys, okay? So we got this Heat Tyler Herro jersey. We got the sponsor up here in the corner, and we got the Nike flash there, okay? And then we got the metallic NBA flash, which I really dig. I really like the shine that comes off of that. And so I picked up a Herro. I actually had a Jimmy Butler in my cart, and when I hit go to checkout, it froze. I refreshed. All they had were smalls. So I went to the next one I found, and it was Tyler Herro, and I picked it up. But here's the tag at the bottom here that shows that it's 1914 out of 6,031. So I'm pretty pumped that I was able to snag one of those. They do have the replica jerseys now available, like on the Heat shop and on the NBA store. But hey, this is living proof for anybody who thinks that we are fucking around with this jersey stuff. Okay, this is legit. We are dedicated.
Nah.
So we and I can't wear it, bro. I'm too bulky for the jersey. So I'm gonna have to frame it, I think, which I'm totally okay with, and hopefully Herro goes on to have a hell of a career.
Yeah. I think he is. Yeah, I think he's just getting started.
Yeah.
I hope so, bro. And especially if the Heat, okay, so I'm a Heat fan, but if the Heat keep building the culture that they have there, especially with my boy Jimmy down there leading the way, if they're able to keep their core and like being able to pick up Oladipo was clutch. Everybody was saying we were going to get Aldridge, and I'm kind of pissed that he jumped on the bandwagon to go to Brooklyn, but I mean, I can't really blame him too much either.
Yeah.
So
it's a fast track to the finals.
Yeah,
bro, ring or bust. So, but anyway, we just talked about a lot of good jerseys, but this week it's going to bring us to our topic, which is the worst NBA jerseys of all time.
Wait. Let me say something though. Wait, I got not to cut you off. I'm sorry to cut the flow.
No, you're good.
You're good.
Nah, I got two. I got a story. Well, let me say about Smalls' jersey. Yo, I love those 96, 97 jerseys. Well, some of them, like those like the Black Suns. And I vividly remember. I think I saw it in middle school. I forget when I saw this jersey, but it was like the alternate Bulls uniforms, like the black pinstripes, and with the gold NBA logo on it. And man, that's so icy. so icy. I think it just might have been that year. I don't know. I can't remember if that, because I don't think that was always gold, like for those black jerseys.
Yeah,
I could be tripping.
Know that. We should know that. I don't.
But yeah, but and that 55, the J. Will, I remember. I can't remember what grade it was, but I know it was middle school playing basketball, and my jersey number was 4. Like that was my number. God damn it, that was my number. And I got like it was the day we had to pick out our numbers and stuff, and like they knew that was my number. And one of my friends, he got there before me and grabbed it. And I was taller than everybody, so like even still, like he was a little guard at the time. I was taller than everybody, but I had to grab number 55, and I was so angry. But I remember I remember the weekend coming, like, and I don't know if you guys remember Inside Stuff. It came on like Saturday mornings with Ahmad Rashad. They used to like show like basketball.
That. Yeah.
I think they had hosts. They had newer hosts throughout the years, but that's the one I remember. But they were showing highlights. He might have been a rookie or second year of him, and he had 55, and I was like, I felt so much better.
Yeah, you don't feel so bad anymore.
Yeah, I was like, it's lit, and I came back.
Because I mean, when he was with the Grizzlies, there was a time where he wore number 2, but in college in Florida, he wore 55, and then whenever he won a championship with the Heat in 2006, he also wore 55. So he was loyal to the number, bro. He was.
Yeah, that's hard. I didn't even realize that he had that number with Miami. I didn't even pay attention.
Man. Hey, and now it got picked up by someone very different than him and Duncan Robinson, but he's still spraying threes out there.
Oh yeah,
so I'll take it.
Yeah, like I was surprised they kept that core together. I forget what sports show I was watching, but they were bugging out how they got to keep Tyler and Duncan and Jimmy, and they got Victor.
Hey, and I'll tell you what, for us, okay, so we dumped Myers Leonard. You know, he can stream now for a living, I guess. And then we dumped Kelly Olynyk, which to me, I don't know. We ain't seen an Olynyk clinic since he played at Gonzaga, so I'm okay with him getting dropped off. But being able to then almost strengthen the team, I'm super pumped, man. So I like what is hopefully in store for us. But we'll, knock on wood, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be them in Brooklyn, that Eastern Conference Finals, and I think it's going to be so ill. I think it's going to be.
We got some heating up to do this month. I mean, because we were dropping way too many games for a minute, but now Jimmy's healthy. Oladipo's going to be getting in the lineup more, so hopefully. And Bam is a stud down in the paint, bro. He's next. So the fact that we got a good strengthened team, I'm pumped, bro. We'll see where it goes. But anyway, enough about my fucking favorite team. We'll keep it rolling here. We are gonna.
Keep it moving.
We would like to show some love to our sponsor, who will be presenting the topic of the week. Our sponsor is none other than Marshall Fitness. Marshall Fitness is your online personal training resource that offers personalized workouts based on equipment, goals, and personal preference. And you get personalized nutrition goals based off of MyFitnessPal, which is an app that anyone can use that Will is able to capitalize on and build you a specific plan. Marshall Fitness is run by Will Marshall, who is a great friend of the show and is willing to work with you to achieve your fitness goals, whether that be in person or online, as long as it fits your schedule. We've known Will for a while now, and you can't go wrong with him. He makes it very simple and easy to understand and easy to execute because it is all based on you. Please go support Marshall Fitness and this show by going and visiting him on Facebook. And now it's time to start with the worst NBA jerseys of all time.
Dude, so I feel like the NBA, like 90s NBA jerseys, some of my favorite jerseys, like all time. Like it doesn't matter what sport. Like I fucking love 90s.
Period.
Yeah. But dude, I feel like the NBA, they come out with some like hot looks, but like I started looking back, like just doing research for this episode. I was shocked at like some of the garbage that's been put out over the years.
Dude, we can't cover enough. 9 picks is not enough, bro. I'm telling you, there was some ugly looking shit out there, bro.
Oh yeah, like it's definitely some nasty ones.
Yeah.
But like the ones I'm like, I literally throw up in my mouth the ones I'm going to talk about.
Dude, hey, because I think, like Smalls, you talking about the golden era, and Chance, you talking about how shit some of them were. You can't compare the good without the bad. You know what I mean? Like, you've got to have dog shit to compare the good stuff to. So this is what we're days shine a light on some of that doo-doo.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, let's get started, Benny. What you got for your first one? This is tough. Before you start, this does kind of fit in with one of Chance's picks. We'll get to it. Yeah, but I'm just gonna say this could be in that same category. So I'm gonna let you go though.
So, no, everybody, these are not loose-fitting gymnastics uniforms. These were worn by the 2015 Wizards as an alternate jersey in ode to their Bullets days. Okay, so anything that connects from the shorts to the jersey, throw it out. I mean, it has no business being connected together. I love Bradley Beal. Florida and Pitt are my schools. I think that Bradley Beal is very underrated. And John Wall took the league by storm when he was young and healthy. And usually we talk about players being good, making whatever uniforms they're in look good. Not here. These are absolute dog shit. I know that they have tried a lot of different jersey combinations throughout the Wizards' tenure. But this one they should have left in the notepad. There is no way that this should have been released. The fact that, I get all the red, but hey, listen, wink, wink, sleeve jerseys, gross. And then this banner, this weird sash that goes down the chest, across the balls, into the pocket. I don't understand why they thought this was a good idea, and I'm ashamed that the NBA let this happen.
Yeah, whose idea was this?
It wasn't the players, bro. It wasn't the players, bro.
How did this get the stamp of approval? Who was like, yeah, this is it? Like, this is, they just fucking rubber stamp this and like push it through, It's bad. So I was gonna bring it up later, but I'm looking at this now. Ben, you know what this reminds me of?
Do I want to know?
Remember the LA Kings hockey jersey from the 90s?
Yeah. The birthday sash.
The white girl turning 21 with the birthday sash going out to the bar. That's what this also makes me think of. Like that.
Oh, man.
Dude,
like, what does this even, like, what does that even, like, is that stripe, like, is that something to do with DC? Or like.
No, I live in DC now. That's nothing.
It's supposed to be an ode to the Bullet days, but like then I figured that they would make like the word Wizards to look like maybe the eye would be like how the hands were, for the L's and Bullets or something. You know what I mean? Like back then, their logo. Like I thought that maybe they would spice that up, not do this whole weird, Neapolitan ice cream smeared down the chest. I don't understand why they thought that this was like clever or cool or whatever, bro. Like it's just nasty.
That I just don't know how that got through the chain of command. Like
that's the thing. Yeah. How did this get past the front desk?
How many people had to say, all right, for this thing to get out on the court? Like how many people were like, all right, fuck it, throw it out. Oh, man.
That's not even that long ago. I mean, this is a different time, man. Damn.
6 years, bro. Like, and you figure at that point, in that time, like there was some heat still getting thrown around, but this was ice cubes just spilled on the floor, bro. I mean, just a slip, swing and a miss. This is forever going to be a weird multicolored poop stain on their legacy.
It's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough. All right. Chance, what you got for your first one? I love how there were 2 back-to-back.
Hey, keep it going.
Quiz picks. So
keep it going.
Hey, man. So I'm gonna give another history lesson, man. So like so let me just explain who the player is dribbling the ball. Gilbert Arenas, he had one of those runs too, where he was just, at the time it was Kobe, him, trying to think. I can't think of the other guards, AI, but like Gilbert Arenas was one of them guys. T-Mac, he was up there in the upper echelons of. I would say he was a superstar at the time. I would say
absolutely.
Yeah, so that, and I was what? I was a junior in high school, senior in high school, but I'm saying that to say it. So they always got great guards in Washington, but even back in 06, so I'm looking at it now, and it's still awful, but like even back in 06, even my brain is not even fully developed yet. I'm still in a junior in high school. And everybody unanimous. I can't even say the word.
We got you. We knew what you were gonna say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thought this two-tone Wizards jerseys were the ugliest thing that hit the streets. I don't even remember anybody rocking this jersey. Jerseys were big back in 06. I don't remember seeing this on the streets at all.
No.
Yeah, I think it looked like a Saturday morning. You put together, you got a jersey, you got some shorts, and you just put them shits on.
Hey, yeah, that's what you wear to an outdoor court to play pickup basketball. Like that ain't, that ain't some shit that you wear to show out. You know what I mean? That is like, hey, they might pick me last, so I'm gonna wear some crazy shit to make it look like I know how to play basketball. Like this is not a go-to uniform at all, not a go-to cut. In Gilbert Arenas, I think too was somebody that needed to be paid more attention. He also, just for the number alone, was the first guy to make the number 0. I mean, they were calling him Agent Zero. You know what I mean? Like he brought Washington a lot of notoriety, and because let's just face it, Antoine Jameson wasn't getting it done. So Gilbert Arenas is probably the most famous Wizard up until this point, unless you count MJ. But I mean, it was tough that they were like, hey man, go rock this, and he tried. But this is just not a good look.
Yeah, I don't I know he has his podcast, but I never heard his opinion on these jerseys. I don't know if he's ever talked about it. But,
that'd be interesting. I feel like we gotta, Ben. We should reach out to him, man, and just get.
Hey, I'll hit him up. He'll probably roast my ass over. You ever heard him? He's one of the most ruthless people on the planet, bro. He does not give any fuck. He is a savage. And I mean, I respect him for it, but he gets kind of hurtful sometimes. I'd be nervous going up against Gilbert Arenas, bro.
He goes in. He definitely goes in. But yeah, and Gilbert Arenas, he had a run. He had a few-year run, and he got his money, and he was made for this kind of stuff. Like you said, he's pretty ruthless. But I forget the name of that show, but he was it was on Complex, and he was with the Mia Khalifa, she was the porn star. It was him.
Yeah.
And one other host, and he was good on that. It didn't last too long, but now he's doing this. But yeah, he was one of the. He could have been one of the greats, but I forget what he hurt. But yeah.
Well, and two, you remember he had that whole gun in the locker.
Oh, the gun, yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, Gilbert Arenas said, this town ain't big enough for the two of us, so I guess I'll be leaving. And then he disappeared, bro. So, I don't know. Yeah. He was somebody that, while he was in the league, though, I think you can agree with this, it's that was somebody that, because he was so close and he was on a small market team, you wanted him to be next. You wanted him to climb up the ladder and be the guy. And he was so close, but he just missed the mark.
Yeah. I forgot about the gun incident. Yeah, I think he got suspended for a year or a lot of games or whatever.
Yeah. Well, that's
I know it was long as hell.
Yeah, that's one of the last times I heard about Gilbert Arenas, because dude, I remember waking up like every morning before school, Sports Center, and like Gilbert Arenas, like it was like LeBron and Gilbert Arenas on top 10. Like Gilbert Arenas, like
and he had a
Sports Center
commercial
for years.
too.
Yeah.
He had a ESPN Sports Center commercial for being Agent Zero and all that. Like
Yeah.
I remember, like he was big time, bro.
Yeah.
Like he had a period of time where he was it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely had a time. He had a run.
He definitely did. All right, let's go to my first pick. I don't even know where to fucking start with these, bro. Like, so
Damn.
these are literally just known as the Mavs Wet Jerseys, because it, like, I don't. So apparently, so this was a one and done jersey. Like they wore these literally one time. Apparently, ownership, aka Mark Cuban, thought that they looked good. And then they didn't think about it. Like the players do sweat when they play basketball, you know. And for whatever reason, this fucking material, it turned a shit reflective brown, and it was like the worst thing of all. It looks like a
Is
bag.
it silk? You think? Is that silk?
You guys ever use book socks in like elementary school, like the shiny book socks? That's like the first thing I fucking thought of. I mean, dude, just the fact that it's like, I don't know, dude, it's like brown and wet looking. Almost, it's like a bag soaked with like fry grease that you get from like Five Guys.
That's exactly what it looks like.
Dude, it's bad.
Oh,
and like,
man.
dude, I mean, they put it out of commission like right away. It took a game. They put it into retirement like right away. Didn't take.
Okay.
But like,
yeah.
dude,
I was about to say, because I don't even remember these maps. I remember that cut. I remember Dirk's cut. I remember that time. But damn,
yeah, when he had his head shaved.
Yep. Damn, yeah. They really called them the wet. That's what they marketed the wet.
Like, no, they're just, that's what they're known as now, because like as soon as they start sweating, like it just like turned brown and like shot, dude. It doesn't even make any sense why they look the way they do, you know?
Yeah.
The quote that Cuban had like after that game was, "We look like we were playing in wet garbage bags out there." Like,
well,
when your owner comes out and says that, yeah, you might want to cut that shit out. Like,
yeah, it's a wrap.
Damn.
So it was really one game, and they were like, "Yo, it's over."
One game. No, yeah, it was one game.
Hey, you got any idea if they lost?
Oh yeah,
if they lost that game.
They were playing the Lakers, and Kobe apparently was just smoking them. So like, between how they played,
he dried up that shit real quick.
Yeah, dude, bad luck. I mean, I got this as a submission too for this week, and like I had to take credit for this one though. This was like an all-time. It's just funny that they didn't think that these guys weren't gonna sweat, and like that even
right.
That's like the weird part to me. Like I didn't even think about that, but I don't know.
They're just bad, bro. They're just bad.
All right.
Yeah, those are awful, man.
Bad. All right.
Yeah, I never seen those.
Benny, you got the second pick. What you got?
All right. So all the LeBron fans, please just keep quiet for a second, okay? Because I get it. It's a Cavs jersey, and I highlighted a LeBron jersey, but it's not just him. It's not his fault. Dan Gilbert is an idiot and decided that these should be brought back, okay? This is a throwback jersey that the Cavaliers brought back for a short period of time. I don't know. I mean, you know, are you loving it with this McDonald's ass look that they got going on here with the bold yellow and red, and then they got this weird, you know, multi-stripe thing down the sides, and it just all together, like even the font, I feel like this looks like a bad high school basketball team. Like this looks like the team that you see them come out of the locker room and you're like, oh, we're putting up 60 plus in the first quarter. Like this team is supposed to be an NBA team, and they're not intimidating. There's too much mustard on that shit. And I don't know. These just, to me, in the, you know, how do I want to put this? In the legacy of the Cavaliers, this one's got to be plucked and burned.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. It almost looks like it was like a wannabe Marquette look. that like just like
yeah, they definitely pulled that to a point. I don't know, man, and maybe it's that over like yellow and red that I'm just not a big fan of the combo very much, and maybe that's what I'm killing too much is the color scheme. But I don't know, man. I don't rock with these.
I'll say this: they're not my favorite either. But I remember, I think they had these. I think they used these throwbacks before too, like mid 2000s, like 07, 06. Because I remember they did it in
LeBron's first and second stint with the Cavs. They brought these back. So
right, I think the first stint was a little baggier. These were a little bit tighter, modern, but
slimmer.
Yeah. But I'll say this: he looks. I feel like he only looks good in those jerseys, like because he's just
I'll take that.
Like brolic, and like no matter, I don't know, but like they're not my favorite, but like
but when you're looking at like Zydranis Ilgauskas in one of them, you're like, okay, that's enough.
No, it's not. It don't hit the same.
You're not wrong about the Ronald McDonald feel. That's that. I get a little bit of that vibe, a little bit. But I mean, yeah, I've seen worse, but I wouldn't be proud. Like if I was a Cavs fan, I wouldn't be proud of these,
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't go out and spend $130 on it. But all right.
No way.
Chance, who you got for your second one? This is a great pick.
I do. I like Luka too. I think he's one of he's, if not already, one of the next great ones. But I immediately saw it. I couldn't believe what I was watching on TV when I saw these jerseys. I couldn't believe like this is what they were wearing. I think the court was the same too, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if they switched the court to the same logo. I can't remember when they wear these jerseys, but yeah. Honestly, I don't really need to say anything. Like you can just look at these and maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just not a fan of like cartoon letters, like the Villanova ones or something. Maybe that's just not my thing. And maybe it's the colorway too, like the Seahawk color. I don't know.
Yeah.
But but overall, it's the letters for me. I hate the cartoon letters, man.
No, bro. These are terrible. Yeah. These are terrible. It reminds me like they were like, okay, we heard LeBron's making another Space Jam. We're gonna put Luka in one because these look like these could have been the jerseys of the Monstars in a new Space Jam to me. You know what I mean? Like I think like you said, the colorway 100%. When Dallas, like the older and older that the franchise got, I think it was smart for them to move away from green. It looks cleaner with their blue and white. They keep trying to bring green back into a lot of their jerseys. Leave it away. Let it be, bro. Like let it be. And to me, you got a superstar now like Luka, right? Put him in something clean, something fresh. This is what a 16-year-old graffiti artist who is really pissed at his parents would put out for the Mavericks. You know what I mean? Like this is, they let that kid design a jersey and he was like, my dad never hugs me. And then he put this graffiti shit out for the Mavs and they took it. And Mark Cuban was like, okay, let's greenlight it. And clearly, we've had 2 Wizards and now 2 Mavs.
Wow.
Maybe these franchises need to start listening a little bit and do better, bro. Just do better.
Yeah, man. Like, sorry, I've never really been a big fan of the Mavs jerseys in general. I've never really liked their jerseys overall. But yeah, especially not these ones.
Yeah, I mean, graffiti. I just feel like graffiti shouldn't be on fucking NBA jersey, like at least not like this. Like it doesn't work. The colors are just like corny and like I don't know, man. And they also do like the fucking fade from like a dark blue up to it's like a gradient thing too. Like
oh, that's whack.
And to me, like I've been to Dallas. I gotta be honest, unless I'm in the wrong parts, I ain't seen graffiti fucking anywhere down there. Like I've seen it on the West Coast, I've seen it on the East Coast. I've never went down south and seen somebody with a 10-gallon hat spray painting a wall, bro. This just never happened. It doesn't work, bro. I lived in Texas for a little while, and I never saw graffiti any. Okay, well, that's a lie. San Antonio, there's graffiti, but Dallas, I didn't see shit.
Damn.
Yeah, it's these like. I know the players were upset.
Yeah.
Like I know they were like, you know, and especially like they're younger than me, so I know they were mad. They were like, "What the?"
If you even look like when they did like the team pictures and shit to like display the jerseys, you can see Luka's got this like weird ass fucking smile on his face, like, bro, you're like his mom made him take the picture. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
He does not want to be wearing that at all.
Tough.
Sorry, guys.
Bad. All right.
Trash.
All right.
Woo.
These are. This is tough. All right. So I saw.
More so.
I saw these, and dude, I mean, it just reminds me of fucking like King Joffrey's pajamas. You know, just like silky. You know what? Also, it reminded me of like the and one basketball jerseys you would buy at Target, like the big silky ones.
Oh yeah.
And like it's never good to like do something that's not symmetrical. Like if you're doing a jersey, just make it fucking symmetrical. Like what's up with this bullshit stripe on the one shoulder, but also like it just doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know. It just, I mean, unless you all disagree, this is trash. This is like
No, you like hit pajamas. It right on the head.
They're terrible.
You hit it right on the head, bro. I mean, I don't know. It's like, it's weird. It's like if you swapped, if like you pulled a Crown Royal bag and you tied it in with some silk pajamas, you know, like I feel like, boom, there's his jersey. The weird shit on the sleeve and like around, you know, the hole on just the one side is like, it doesn't even make any sense. It doesn't serve a purpose. I don't know what that big white stripe is. And I mean, the only thing that I think I like is the font, which was reused. But other than that, bro, I mean, I get that they tried, and I think the concept of a gold jersey sounds cool, right. But they botched it, bro. They botched it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, yo, the only bit, like, yeah, these are awful. Like, that time was so, like, throwback jersey heavy. I think teams were just, like, just trying stuff to have their jerseys, people just wearing their jerseys out. Cause and like, it kind of looks like they were trying to go towards like a King's like sleepwear or robe or something. That's what it seems like. But these are awful, man. Awful.
Yeah, I just, to me, in the Kings, again, another franchise that they have not had an easy road. But you're called the Kings, and you're sending your guys out there looking like court jesters. I mean, they look like clowns. They're jokes, you know. You going out there, I don't know if you're about to, you know, actually play in a basketball game or fall asleep in the third quarter. It's hard to tell with what their motive was here, but I feel like it made them even less intimidating.
It's just bad. I mean, yeah, it's not easy doing like a gold. I feel like a gold jersey is just really hard to pull off.
It's tough.
But they didn't do any favors by doing that fucking stripe on the sleeve, man. It just doesn't make any sense. Like, it probably would have been bad without it, but that nudged it in for me. Like, that just, ugh, my God. It's terrible. And again, it doesn't help that it's baggy, but like,
right
era. But you know,
yeah. Even then, nobody was wearing that in the streets.
No.
In 06.
No, absolutely not. It looks like a replica jersey. You know, it looks like something you would get at like Walmart. Like,
I think you bringing up the and one thing, that is very real.
That's spot on.
I watched a lot of Escalade dribbling up small dudes, and he was wearing like a 4X of something very similar to that jersey. So
Yeah, with the offset number. Yeah, like.
Yep. Yeah.
All right, Ben. This is a tough one. What you got?
Gentlemen, start your engines for this 2006 Bobcat special of this was Charlotte's Ode to NASCAR. If you can give me one goddamn reason why basketball and NASCAR are connected, I will give you $1,000. There is no need for these two sports to be connected, okay? The fact that they put the Bobcats out there, who had a miserable franchise, by the way, the entire time, absolutely dog shit. For the most memorable player to ever be on the Bobcats to be Ben Gordon, I don't know. Not talking shit, but if that's your star player, look at where he went anywhere else. You see Steven Jackson pictured here. I'm a big Steven Jackson fan. You had Michael K. Gilchrist. You know, there's a few guys that came in and out of the program, but they didn't amount as a team to shit. Okay, Michael Jordan running the front office over there, and their jerseys weren't the best, but they weren't the worst. I don't understand how they let this fly. I get that, you know, Charlotte is a big NASCAR town or whatever. Why the fuck is it coming into the NBA? I don't understand why they felt the need to do this. And you tell me right now that Steven Jackson was like, fuck yeah, bro, I love NASCAR. Who gives a shit? You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't care. In the blue with the check, I don't know, the checkerboard on the side, whether, even if their colors were black and white, I probably still wouldn't like the checkerboard down the sides. The fact that it's such different colors and the reason for the jersey is absurd to me. And so I had to put these is potentially my least favorite basketball jersey of all time. Woo. Sorry, I went off a little bit, but
That was perfect.
Oh, dude, I had to cook them a little bit. These are unforgivable.
God. Well,
yeah.
Dude, they combine the fucking checkers and the pinstripes.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Like, I don't know, man. Like, it just, I feel like Michael Jordan is like kind of involved in NASCAR, but was he even the owner in 06? I don't even know.
I think so.
Was he?
I think so.
I think he was, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because I think so. I think he was.
Yeah, I think so. Because Steven Jackson wasn't with them too long, and I think Jordan was at the helm at some point. I remember him talking about, but I could be wrong.
I'm trying to. No, 2010. That's the thing.
Oh, really?
Shit.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I'm bugging.
2010.
All right. So I apologize, MJ. No disrespect. Since this is obviously going to cross your timeline, MJ, I'm a big fan. But if you did let this happen, I don't know if I would be anymore. So.
Yeah, but you know what? I think this jersey. I think I keep giving devil's advocate stuff. I think I can see a rapper now, like in a slimmer version, couple chains.
Mm-hmm.
I can see them pulling this off, like a slimmer fit, like and maybe they're from Charlotte. I don't know, but
You have to be cool enough. That's the thing. You have to be cool.
Yeah.
Nelly bringing that country grammar back, maybe something like that, linking those two, but I don't know, bro.
Yeah, the pinstripes and checkers, man. I get like it's like because what's NASCAR in Charlotte? What's the runway? They got a famous
Charlotte? Like I don't even know, man. I have no idea.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's a clash.
I don't know. For any of our NASCAR fans out there, I'm gonna politely refrain from speaking any further because I have got into very heated arguments about NASCAR, in my opinion of it in the past, especially in Western PA. It's a mixed bag. You got people of every walk of life in PA. We're a melting pot over here, and I've had some people who are so mad they could spit because I don't like NASCAR. So I'm going to tread lightly with the rest of this pick.
Well, hey, is there another photo of this jersey?
I'm gonna look it up right now. I don't know, man. It's just bad. I don't know if another photo is gonna do it any favors, though. That's the thing. Like,
yeah,
I'm looking it up right now. Like,
trash.
All right, I mean,
yeah, don't even trip.
Like, it's still not. I mean, it's definitely like not.
Oh man, that looks worse with him shooting the J.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Who is it? Is that DJ Augustine?
I don't know.
That was shooting that jumper.
Dude,
Is that who that was?
It looks even worse here. Cause like,
yeah,
they're just they get obnoxious with the fucking checkers.
Oh my god, yeah, those are.
That's tough.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know if a rapper could do that.
Yeah, I mean,
maybe without the shorts.
Talk about like rappers from Charlotte. You think like J. Cole, the Baby. I don't think either of them are really gonna be rapping that shit, bro.
Nah, they're gonna go to the '90s. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So this is probably. So I'm gonna preface this. I'm gonna preface this.
Yeah.
This is my favorite all-time pick on the vault, just because of how Chance phrased it when he texted me before the show.
Yo,
this is a goat pick.
Yeah, I don't. Again, one of these moves, like the NBA, like they just be trying shit, and like, and I get it. Like I really do love the NBA. I hate these, but this is the reason I love the NBA, because they just be trying stuff, man. Like it's like just whatever in every aspect of the game, they just try stuff, and they really for the players to some degree. But anyway, but yeah, these the sleeve jerseys on every team, 32 teams, 30. I don't know how many NBA teams, but every single version was awful, yo. Like I don't know.
All of them, bro.
I don't like. Look at these. I don't know why you look like, especially to Miami. Look at LeBron, man. Like, yo, and I remember. I think he was with the Cavs back at this point. I think they had like 2 years of these, maybe 3.
Yeah.
I feel like these would have been like an original T-shirt special at Route 21. That's like, like where they got like the off tier NBA shit that they got in there, like just terrible, bro. And it's like, I mean, too, I think the fact that we opened up with a picture of Boris Diaw personifies the sleeve jersey over everything else, bro. The only better person you could have put for a sleeve jersey up there was maybe Jared Dudley. And other than that, I mean, it was like you picked the perfect picture to open up with. But like you said,
look at Steve Nash, man.
They're all bad. They're all bad.
Is that real?
I don't think
is that real?
Real? I don't think this is real. This looks photoshopped.
Yeah, I was about to say. Yeah, but oh my god, look at Dunleavy. Oh my god. But yeah, man, I just remember that image of like LeBron ripping his sleeve when he got mad or something. But yeah.
Oh, damn. There he is.
Damn, that's Boris with Utah. I didn't even realize he looks good though. That's later. He looks better than he did in his San Antonio years.
San Antonio, yeah. But I don't know, man. This to me, for sure, my favorite pick all time on the show, and that is not a kiss up statement. Seriously, bro. The fact that Smalls, what is this? Our 13th, 14th episode now.
14th, yeah.
14th episode. And there has never been a pick that made me happier than this pick. Because, like, to me, it's so ridiculous, but it's so accurate. Because they're all bad, bro. Like, it wasn't just one team's version of an edition of jerseys. They all were god awful. All bad.
And just the mechanics, like, I can barely sleep in a shirt at night, like, without it, like, getting on my nerves.
Yeah, and those things are tight as hell, and that's gotta restrict like your arm motion. You know what I mean? Like there's no way.
They made no sense. I I'll even give them the one. I'll give them Christmas Day, yo. Like, yo, you might have people who aren't NBA fans watching or something, but like, come on, man.
Yeah, you get one day.
Yeah, and I didn't even. I became so numb to him. I didn't even realize Braun won the chip in those. I didn't even put he won the chip in those.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I mean, how many sleeve jerseys do you think the NBA has sold? Because it can't be that many. It's got to be like for each franchise,
that would be
like,
a remarkable graphic.
Chart. Like
kids, I remember seeing little kids in them, like little.
Yeah, the youth sales were probably through the roof.
Yeah.
But the adult males who bought these jerseys, and also I could see it with women buying them. You know, like that's something that they would maybe be more into if they're basketball fans, because typically not a lot of girls are want to wear your typical basketball jersey. The sleeve ones, I could see it. Women and children through the roof. Grown men who love basketball through the floor. Like the complete opposite.
Yo, like, could you imagine? Could you imagine this summer? Like, yo, everybody's coming back out, and then one of the homies show up in the sleeve Chicago Bulls D Rose jersey.
Laughed out of the room. Laughed off the wherever the fuck you are. Laughed out of the bar, like wherever you are.
Well, dude,
I never even thought about it.
At a concert, I would make sure that whoever's performing would see him, and then the cameras go on that guy, and he gets put up on a big screen so that he gets booed out. There's no way, bro, that you let anybody live that down.
Yeah, these were
just all,
and they rocked for a couple years.
Yeah, like I said, just the way you phrased it, like I was like this. I laughed out loud. I was like, this is fucking hilarious.
And especially now, I see and hear you saying it, like every sleeve jersey ever made.
Every single one.
Like just so matter of fact, like that is it. That is the worst.
I think that might be that's probably the pick. Like that's the pick of the night right there. Like I don't think my last one's gonna live up to that. I swear.
Nah, some people. Oh.
I still believe that that's the best pick, but I'm gonna go with the '93 Sixers. Dude, it's the NBC the more you know ad. That's it. Like.
Yikes!
They picked the Arial font. It looks like the USA like popsicles. Like it's just. It didn't even try.
Why?
Why
do I feel like Charles Barkley walking out onto the court was singing "I'm Just a Bill" from Schoolhouse Rock as he's walking out with this jersey on? Like to me, that's what I'm thinking. In the fact that old Chuck himself was who sported this little number, it makes it even better.
Dude, it's just bad. Like it's just literally it's just the more you know ad. That's it.
Yeah, he was balling. He was balling in those jerseys, though.
He was.
But yeah, oh man, I didn't even. Fuck, they look better in motion. Like I didn't even I never even really sat and looked at these bad boys.
To stop and look at it.
Yeah, it's like damn.
Yeah. No. Yeah. They picked like the most generic ass font too. They were not creative whatsoever.
Like, they never bring those back.
No, this never. I mean, this might be in the rafters with some of the worst. Now the sleeves are obviously up there, but dude, this is in the rafters. At least for me, I got Ben knows this, the turn ahead of the clock Pirates jerseys, and then for me the other one is Sixers jerseys, as the worst of all time. Worst. So bad that I almost like it.
Yeah, so bad it's good.
Yeah, so bad that it's
to a point, but I don't know, man. I really don't even have much more to say other than just they shouldn't have left the locker room.
Yeah, it literally it is the more you know logo with just that block of blue with the streak. Yeah, those are trash, man.
Fucking terrible. All right.
Ugh.
Honorable mentions. I had
For
to
sure.
I had to throw these Atlanta Hawks ones in there. I don't know what they were trying to do. These were like recent. They might still have these.
Yeah.
I think
They're in rotation. They just don't have the red shorts with them anymore.
yeah.
But the jerseys are still in rotation because Trae Young just wore them this year.
Yeah. I don't even know what they're trying to do.
Those were two-tone? They had the
Yeah.
red.
Red
Oh,
shorts,
God.
bro. Yeah. I mean, in like the jersey alone, I've never really been a fan of anything Atlanta's put out uniform-wise from the Hawks. Even like, and a lot of people shit on me for that because especially I know back in the day, Human Highlight Reel, you had Dominique Wilkins. Like, I know a lot of people are going to be on my ass for that, but just nothing they've done has ever really wowed me. And this did, just in the wrong way.
Hey, wait, shout out to damn, I'm forgetting his name, but there was this Brian, I can't remember. Brian Bobeck. Shout out to Brian Bobeck, Hopewell Middle School, Elementary. He used to rock the Mookie Blaylock jersey with the hawk on it. That was his jersey. He used to rock that like every week. And I used to love seeing that jersey. That shit was so hard to me. I used to love that hawk. But yeah, shout out to Brian Bobeck.
Damn.
He sees this.
Mookie play. I haven't heard that name in so fucking long.
He's in prison. I think he killed
I
somebody
didn't even know that.
or something. He did something wild, or he was selling drugs. He did something.
Oh, didn't.
He was shooting more than Trae's, bro. That's for sure.
Right. I don't know what he did.
Yeah, these are tough though. Let's go to sub of the week. Like we always say, I'm gonna put something out on Twitter. Just hit us up every week with your picks for whatever topic we're doing that week. This week, producer Josh Elsass, he reached out to us with these. I actually don't know how he feels about these because he's a Bucks fan, so he probably defends anything that franchise does. These are fucking trash.
These, and especially with them being brand new, those are released this year.
Yep.
I don't know, man. I just like, it's like they want them to be smooth, but then the weird color scheme that they have for the shorts alone, but then even just the pattern is
like
to where the color shifts on the way. You're in Milwaukee. I get that from like a coastal team, but you're in the middle of the goddamn country. Like, I don't know. And I just, now, like, they're like Dream City or whatever, like those with the cream, those are cold.
Yeah, I like
these,
those too.
yikes.
Yeah.
Yikes, bro.
Yeah, I don't feel like I would hoop in those shorts though. Like I can see me hooping in those, like the shorts alone. I feel like just on some low key shit. But like, yeah, I don't even feel it anyway. It's just like, you know, it's just like they just there.
Yeah. It doesn't make any sense. I guess they said that this is like the Great Lakes edition, but like, I mean, that's kind of a stretch, you know?
Yeah.
All right.
If that was the case, they could have went harder. Like they could have they could have did something with. They could have really tested the waters. But yeah, they could have. They could have threw it back, like or you got some Russian waters or something. I don't know, but
yeah, something.
Really went for it.
I mean, something better.
Right.
They could have put something better out.
Yeah.
Oh
shit.
Man.
All right. Well, gentlemen, that was probably one of my favorite episodes we've done so far. Honestly, that was fun.
Man, that was great.
Real talk, I had a blast. Chance, again, thank you so much for coming on. And especially now, I mean, in general, you were anyway, but especially now after seeing the content that we just made, you are welcome back literally anytime. Again, we want to thank you for coming on and doing what you do. And real quick, let the people know where they can find you on social media.
Thank you, man. Yeah, I had a blast. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and just the internet period at KeepPittsburghDope.com and at KeepPittsburghDope on Instagram and Facebook. And yeah, thanks for having me. I love platforms where I don't get to talk about jerseys, you know, on my IG page or, you know,
Yeah.
You might see me in a jersey, but like I never get to have conversations about them. So yeah, this was fun, yo.
Yeah. Well, yeah, like you said, man, dude. Literally, you're welcome back anytime. You're perfect fit, and I mean, yeah, that's all. We just try to fucking bullshit and talk about jerseys, because I mean, no one else does it, so might as well, you know.
Yeah. Let me know, man. I'll come back. I honestly, I have more football jerseys than I do basketball jerseys, which is wild.
Oh
Because
yeah.
I play basketball. But,
Well, hey, we're big football guys too, bro. So we'll definitely we're as long as you accept, we're gonna have you back for sure.
yeah, please do. I would love to.
All right. Awesome, man. Chance, appreciate you coming on. Guys, this has been the Vault Weekly Show, where we take a look back at some of the best and worst sports jerseys of all time. It's been an awesome one. Check us out. This is coming out on Friday, just like every other Friday. We got some pretty cool stuff coming up. Got some ideas cooking. So, also,
But we don't want to spoil. We don't want to
spoil
anything.
it. Yeah, don't want to spoil it. Thanks again to Marshall Fitness. Shout out also to Will's April Run Challenge, which I've, as a good partner, I figured I'd do this.
He did take
gonna be
part in
terrible, but I'm going to the beach here in a month, so I might as well run for a month. So, but yeah, appreciate it, guys. Cheers, boys. Chance, I appreciate you coming on, man. I appreciate
No doubt.
it. Yes, sir.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you. See y'all next week.